Hello everybody, Glitch Ripper here. I'm back for another vlog, and I've kind of got a series of announcements in a way, because it's more like a whole set of scheduling stuff in a way that I was thinking of kind of changing to. I'm thinking of changing up my rhythm a bit, for more than one reason, and some of it's some interesting things, some of it's just the regular stuff just being at a slightly different time. So I just kind of had a little time analyzing this and thinking, yeah, if I just rearrange things a little bit, then I might also be able to fit in some new stuff. So, and kind of get ready for whenever some things change over. So it's just kind of a transition thing that I've kind of got in mind. But basically, I'm going to be having kind of a new weekly rhythm. As I said before, I don't exactly have a schedule, but I do tend to have a bit of a rhythm to me. And it's usually when I at least try to get some things recorded and and then see where it goes with uploads. So it's just how I've been handling things for a while. But as you may have noticed, I've definitely been able to keep a pretty good frequency going for quite some time. And I don't think there's going to be anything really majorly disruptive until at least December. And even then, I'm hoping that it'll have at least a decent transition. But at least for a while, I've been thinking of having kind of a different weekly rhythm. So I've been thinking that it'll probably go something like this. I'm going to be probably switching my Thomp Resurgence 2, or possibly later on some other magic-based mod pack, to Mondays. So it'll be kind of a Magic Monday type thing. Tuesday will be something special, and okay, that dolphin just decided to just leave. Don't worry, you can just take a trip, but you can hop back in if you want that Nether Star. Come on, buddy, you can do it. Anyhow, as I was going to say, uh, Tuesdays is going to be kind of a bit special because I was thinking for a while of doing a big tribute to tinkered equipment. We don't exactly have that in vanilla Minecraft, but it'd be an interesting mod series because there are two or three mods, or a bit more, that have like a combinational system to how you can build items. It's not something that comes up too terribly often, but it is something that's often enough where you might be wondering what different combinations do, and kind of where I've kind of thought of cool things you can do with them and what they'd be useful for. So Tuesday's probably going to be kind of like a Tinkered Tuesday. Not necessarily just like Tinker's Construct, actually probably more focusing on Lycanite's mobs with this new equipment system, because I have already gotten several requests to help explain it more and show what it can do. So I'm going to just go with that as a series where I'm just going to show off maybe uh, like a little combo and what it's capable of on a weekly basis. And I may eventually do other mods that have that kind of system too, but the primary focus will be on Lycanite's mobs. Because, again, custom equipment system is kind of a new thing. A lot of people have seen how Tinker's works. A slightly smaller crowd have seen how Silence Gems works, and etc. Like modular power suits doesn't come up too terribly often, but it does have something like that. And so I was thinking more showing off Lycanite's mobs. Also, some things with his mod are in transition with that, and will be expounded on later. Like, eventually he'll be getting into not just, like, weapon tools, but also into armor and shields. So you'll have all sorts of custom equipment later that's going to be very Monster Hunter-esque, and not entirely like Tinker's, but not entirely not either, and I'm going to probably be explaining that a little more in the series. Now, as for Wednesday, it's going to be kind of Wacky Wednesday. That's where I'm going to have the crazy packs when it comes to Minecraft at. And so for now, that'll be what's left of Crazy Minecraft. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to follow that up with, but it'll just be kind of some crazy miscellaneous pack if I do something like that. I'd kind of like to have it for that. I'm not entirely sure if I might change my mind. But I guess you could kind of call Crazy Miscellaneous Mod Pack also being a Skyblock type thing, like the type I was trying to work on before. I've had technical difficulties with it in my own design, but I'll be working on that periodically until I get it right. Because, again, the concept I've got for it is considerably different, even though a lot of things will be kind of similar. It's just the basic idea of how I'm actually carrying on the whole sky portion will be very unique, because I still haven't seen it done by anybody yet. After all this time, yeah, that's still true. Like, I've looked it up in very careful combinations of words, so I know that it's not happening. So Wednesday is going to be kind of like my crazy, miscellaneous, wacky idea sort of thing. especially related to Minecraft. Thursday will still be Thor's Day, which, day of battle, so that'll be where I'm definitely going to keep up the mob battles at. And that's probably not going to change for quite some time. I just feel more about Thursday being mob battle day. So, yeah, that's just going to stay as it has been. Friday, I switch over to my alternate channel for a while. Well, one of them anyhow, and that's another announcement I've kind of got here. My alternate channel is the one that's based on Magic the Gathering, and you can find it under the channels list on my main channel, or for that matter, I think all of them will connect back to each other. So it just kind of goes vice versa. But you know what I mean. Anyhow, that's mainly if you're interested in Magic the Gathering, and that's where I can compile all that there. I've kind of thought that unless it's like just a miscellaneous like one-off game, that if it's something I'm going to be doing a lot of, or something at least on that line, that it will probably be something I'll have a separate channel for, and hence why I'm doing Magic the Gathering that way. So if you're not aware of that, then there's your announcement there that I do have a Magic the Gathering channel. It's an abbreviation for the original card game for the win. So it's so you might have to write that out for a while and going, that's it, just to make you think. So Friday is still Friday Night Magic as it has been. Saturday is going to be where I'm also going to have something miscellaneous. For a while, that's where I'm going to be putting Engendered Frontier and possibly its continuation, because it won't be too terribly much longer before Intermittent Doom updates Engender to 1.12.2, so I might have a season transition there. And I'm still hoping to test things on the 1.11 version, and there's also at least a mod or two on there that I think is going to be kind of left in 1.11, and I want to check out before it goes. But for the most part, I'm kind of ready that whenever I'm prepared to transition, I might go for a whole other season of that and go with 1.12.2, which is where most mod packs kind of are today anyhow, and where you can get a lot of the cool mods. So it'd be interesting seeing if his mobs, darn lips, if his mobs have compatibility with a lot of the extra cool stuff we have these days. And that's also a great way to kind of go between that and Tinkered Tuesday with Lycanite's mobs, because I'm curious just how well they'll be able to handle the custom equipment. Because some of it has some really interesting features, and I'm wondering if that's going to be player only, or if anything wielding it will work. So, interesting questions about testing, and I think he's going to be really curious about how that works too, and if he can find some way to get it to work if it doesn't. So, that would be very interesting. As for Sunday, this is where kind of my whole extra announcement comes in. I've kind of already prepped a channel, and you can have one on reserve even if you don't have videos going on it anytime. But I've kind of prepped a special channel for doing Binding of Isaac stuff, and I'm thinking my Sundays will probably be kind of aligned that way. But at the same time, I'm not entirely sure, because it might wind up more or less on that day. It might be just whenever, because just the whole point of the name is Whenever I Isaac. So, yeah. And so that'll be kind of a oddly different thing. As I said, that's going to be something that deserves its own channel, because it's one of those more long-term things. I don't know if anybody's going to be into that, but there's the thought. Now, that'll be kind of where I'm going to be on Mondays, mostly. Again, there could be exceptions, and you never know, I might sometimes have time to do more than one thing in a day, when it comes down to it, and those are always going to be special moments. So, this vlog is kind of about what my new rhythm's going to be, and you can see how it kind of wraps around there. So there's going to be at least 2 days out of the week where I probably won't be doing things on my main Minecraft channel, and will be doing them elsewhere on my other channels. So that's kind of something to just keep in mind there. So that is kind of a thing that I'm just kind of showing how my new schedule is going to be, including where I'm going to be elsewhere on some of those days, in case somebody's wondering. It's like, hey, don't I normally see this on Sunday? Well, that's kind of been transitioned on today. But for now, that's most of my announcements. Although, as a slight side announcement, I might be in a nethery mood for a while, because, as you know, the events of Minecon, we have the idea of the Nether update upcoming, and that's gonna probably have me just going all over it for a while, because, like, regardless of which pack I'm in, because a lot of things before that point have had added Nether content in mods that may or may not have inspired the Nether update, but let's face it, they were wanting to do something serious with it for a while, and people were kind of filling in for them in the meantime. So the fact that we have mods like Biomes of Plenty and Natura that have added Nether content for a long time, including Nether flora and biomes, have kind of been something that gives you a good preview of what the Nether update's going to be like. And I've even dealt with a mod before in Solitary Craft Plus Season 1 that had to do with not exactly extra Nether content, but kind of the idea of living pigmen being a new civilization in Minecraft. And that's one thing they're bringing up in the Nether update. So as you can see, there's been all sorts of perspectives on this. And it's all kind of popped together over time. And so just the fact we're getting this update is going to get me in a very interesting mood. So you might see me in the Nether a lot more than I normally am. Just saying. Might even just kind of establish like a huge base there on like different files. Because, again, Nether update just has me kind of going there. I mean, whenever I saw that trailer, I'm just like, that's about time! So, yeah, I think we're all cheering that one. For now, I think that's pretty much all I've got to say. So, I think I'll go into my usual departure on this. So, this has been Glitch Reaper. I'll be logging off. Hope to hear from you all later. Bye for now, everybody. And remember, as usual, please do enjoy the Parrot Party. Parrot Party, because we're celebrating the Nether. Yes!